Here there is 4
These
buttons.
buttons.
Yeah, it's
The other one is the one you rotate in 100.
This is very old one.
Yeah, okay, that's
This
fine.
is the very old M100
Because
because
we have experience with that one.
we already changed it many years ago.
Maybe the shop is closed already. Good.
No, this system we detect is not, there is some problems with it.
Yes.
We change it with the buttons. Also
Those magnet is falling down.
yeah, we change it. That system is not existing anymore, and we replace it with another one. So here you have 4 buttons. 4 buttons is 4 programs, right? Those 4 programs is 4 different temperatures and 4 different immersion time, right? So with the dual TS configuration, the recipe of the right TS are copied. If you have a machine with 2 turbo steam, I can set the right one and copy the same to the left one. When it is with the 2 turbo steam,
You have to program manually which one, or
you program the one in the right side, then you can automatically copy it if you want to the other one, or you can program it in a different way.
There is a slave and
Yeah, in the program there is like copy to the other turbo steam, and you can select it and you copy the
The
same.
other thing we can use hotnet. The other one we can use just for the phone.
Up to you, or you can use the same with the same program, that you have a possibility that you can copy the same from you can copy the same in the other one. You know that as I mentioned in the M200, the dip tree is adjustable, right? So if the dip tree is adjustable, the turbo steam should be adjustable. Okay, so here I can adjust 3 different positions. I can go up or I can go down, correspond to the 3 positions of the dip tree. The turbo steam one, it's a 4 push buttons with an integrated board here. Okay. Then always pay attention to this board here behind. Okay. To do not expose it to the steam or something can cause some problems with this board.
So this one get contact with even get the moisture contact.
I didn't experience that, but just be careful of water coming on the top of this board. For the hot water, this is the hydraulic circuit. So from the line to the pump, from the pump to the to the group valve, what we call it, EVC valve.
EVC expansion valve.
Yes, EVC, and here inside the group valve we have expansion valve and check valve. Then out from this side is a different side, right? From here we fill the boiler, correct?
yes.
And from here for the hot water, and for the coffee circuit. So when I press the selection hot water, what happened? The pump starts running, pumping. This EVC valve, it's opening,
Yeah.
correct? Are you sure? Are you sure?
ABC valve.
Who smokes here? No one smoke?
Nobody.
Nobody smoke.
We will live long.
Sorry?
We will live long time.
Very good. So this one is only to fill the boiler with water. But the way for the water from here to here to here is not, there is nothing stopping this way.
There is valve allowed.
There is no valve.
Yeah.
There is nothing. There is here.
Cold water
Yeah.
mix valve.
So when I connect the machine to the water line, with the machine off, the water will go pass inside the pump. Then will pass inside the group valve. will come out from here, then will stop here. Okay? This solenoid valve is normally closed. So when it's that power, it's closed. We call it EF. EF is cold water solenoid valve. Okay? When I press the hot water selection, pump starts, EVC valve open, cold water goes this way to this T connector. Okay? In the level of this T connector, I have a mixed. This mix is between steam and cold water. Okay? So, EV is the steam valve. When this one is open, steam coming this way, then it's mixed with the cold water. And out, what will be the result? What will be the result after mixed steam and hot and cold? Warm water. Warm water. So warm water will take its way to this mixing, another mixing point. In this mixing point, we are mixing hot water coming from the boiler, and we have another solenoid valve, which is we call EAC, or hot water solenoid valve. Then the mixed will come out from the hot water.
There is adjustment that prevent the hot water from splashing. Right? Right? Usually
Okay.
if you
Yeah, this is a hot,
I
yes.
want the flow of hot water just
Smooth. Okay.
sometimes but going everywhere.
The more the water is hot, the more you get more splash.
No, it should be mixed
Mix.
with cold water.
Not a must. It depends which machine you have. In this one, you don't have this problem.
So there is no problem with that.
Which machine this one you explaining?
M200, but not M200.
But you don't have option to mix the water? Three part?
Here we have a very good option to mix the water, but it's not with a mechanical adjustment. This is solenoid valves managed by the software. So here it's cold water, right? This one is steam, and this one is hot water. So with the M200, I have a possibility to mix the cold, hot, and steam. And I have three selections, right, for the hot water. I have a selection with 1 drop, selection with 2 drops, and selection with 3 drops. Apart from the water dose, apart from programming the water dose, means I press to start, then the machine will stop automatically once I reach the programmed number of seconds, because for the hot water dose we are programming the number of seconds. Number of seconds is linked to the number of seconds the solenoid valve is open. Okay? This mix between hot, steam, and cold, I can adjust 3 different temperatures for the water. If I ask the machine I want very hot, what it will happen? Very hot, the software, what he will do? He will close the hot water, cold water, and will dispense steam and hot water. Then it will be very hot, right? If I ask lower temperature, he will adjust a small mix with cold water. So when the cold water, hot water, steam, it's open, it's according to what you set in the software. And the software is one with open and close. Right? No? Yes or no? So, here is our service boiler, and this is what we explained. Here is we have the hot water nozzle, steam valve. Which valve is this?
Hot water.
Hot water valve, and this
Cold water.
cold water valve. Very good. And here is the circuit. So inside the pump, till the group valve, till we reach here, it's cold water. So the cold water valve when it's open, cold water mixed with the steam. Steam here in green color. Then after that we get warm water, and then there is a mixed in this location here on this mixing point again with hot water and warm water. So this is how it works. The cold water is preheated with the steam. Okay. Then you personalize of the EV. EV is the steam opening, which is you can adjust with a percentage in the machine program, and this modify the outlet temperature. While we dispense hot water is dispensed, but in the same time we are refilling the service boiler, or the service boiler refilling is happening at the same time. Means the time I'm dispensing hot water from here, if you look at it in this side, we are refilling almost same quantity going out.
I have a question.
Yes.
The water, how the water exit from the boiler, the hot water here, rely on what? Which pressure?
Because it's hot water.
Because it's hot water?
Because it's hot water.
So what's
Because it's hot water. Because, you know, even if the pump,
because I have pressure in the boiler?
it's a pressure, because if the boiler reach high pressure, if you do an opening somewhere, the water will come out automatically with that pressure. Here we have two things. It's because of the water is hot, or because inside the boiler we are reaching 1.4 to 1.6 bar. And also because the time when you dispense hot water from the hot water nozzle, the pump is working, because at the same time we are refilling
So
the
is
boiler.
the cold water will assist also to exit
To,
hot.
to push the hot water, but the hot water is able to come out even without pump on, or without refilling the boiler.
So you are injecting cold water just to compensate the loss of
We are
water?
injecting hot water just to replace the quantity coming out from the boiler.
So this is the smart boiler technology?
Almost.
Oh.
Almost. The smart boiler technology, I will explain it in the next coming slide. It will be explained also in the M2 S60, because also it has the smart boiler technology. The smart boiler technology, let me, in the next slides I can explain this better, but it's the technology, for example, we need to refill the boiler with water, okay? But if during the time I'm refilling the boiler with water, I reach a dangerous pressure, which is, we call it a P2, the filling solenoid valve will close and the heating will continue. You catch it all. The smart boiler technology,
During the filling?
yeah, I will explain it again, but I will explain it now. The smart boiler technology work during the time I'm filling the boiler. This is the set pressure. Let's see, it's a 1.6 bar. Okay? Because according to what you set here, the P1, sorry, this is P1, and P2 is changing. The software understands. If I set 1.4, it has a different P1 and P2. Okay, here I will speak in general. This one I will just call it set pressure, or SP, what you set. You put 1 bar, you put 6 bar, whatever. If we are here, then we need to fill the boiler with water. Here we push the water inside the boiler. So what will happen? From the set pressure, the pressure will go down, right? If it goes to P1, the machine will continue filling the boiler and heating up in the same time. So if it will continue till I come back here. So in this situation, the machine will not interrupt to introduce this quantity of water inside the boiler. But if it happens, if my line pressure is cold, it's in the winter, then the temperature it dropped down to here, to P2, which is for me it's very low pressure, which is can affect
The drink, beverage.
the drink, the tea and the steam for the milk. This is dangerous. Here, what the machine will do, will stop.
Feeling.
Will stop filling. So the EVC will close. Okay.
Until we get
But
beverage.
what is the RC1, RC2?
Two heater.
Two heaters. Those two heaters will continue heating up. EVC will close, heating element will continue, then it will bring the temperature here. Once I'm here,
Feel again. Feel again.
it will fill the quantity missing from, because still I didn't touch the level sensor, still a small quantity. Once I'm here, I'm safe, so I will introduce the other quantity and I will reach my level then. It is simple,
Yeah.
you understand it?
Yeah.
I don't know, it was always complicated sometimes to, but this is the smart boiler technology. I don't know how my colleague explained to the salespeople, but this is how it works. This is what is patented by Global Chimney, that we don't allow a big quantity of water to go inside the boiler, and we are in a pressure which is not good to use the machine in that pressure. Right? You want a refresh break? 5 minutes? Yeah?
So, this P1 and P2 are sensors, right? Where it's located?
No, P1, P2 is the pressure.
Pressure.
You remember how many sensors we have in the service boiler? How many sensors we have in the
One
service?
sensor.
Only one sensor, the NTC sensor, only one. That one I set only the set pressure. If I set it at 1.6, for example, the software knows what it will be in this situation at P1,
Okay.
a tolerant or
There is
acceptable
something
pressure.
temperature.
Yeah, he keep calculating. If you put 1 bar, he will do different
Okay,
calculation.
I go down like here, it's P1.
If you tell him 1 bar set, he will know, okay, 0109 is my P1, 08 it's a P2, it's dangerous. Then he work in this
So
way.
it's very clear, maybe
It's a software in the machine.
we look for the P1 and P2 in the machine.
No, it's not there. You cannot set it. It's in the machine
So one
software.
sensor
Yes.
can read those program with this temperature.
No, it's like that. This is I explain to you because sometime maybe you are in exhibition, someone talking about smart boiler technology, it sounds something very special, but you should know how to explain it. So, any question here? Huh?
For me, it's
I know the starting is difficult. Then, yeah, there is something here. Pay attention to this nozzle. Where it's located here? Can someone show me?
This is in the
What is
cold
this?
water valve.
It's the cold water valve. This is an injector with 0.8 nozzle. You cannot change it with a bigger one. That should be the same. It's to regulate the flow of the cold water. Huh?
I thought it was pointing in the hole of the tank.
This? What you was thinking?
I
No,
thought it
this-
was in the tank. You see, there is a hole in the tank. I thought it was
No.
pointing
This is
in
an
the-
injector. It's placed here in the cold water, and it's located here.
Okay.
It's to regulate for us the flow or the mixed or the flow of cold water to mix with the steam. Okay.
Yeah.
Then remember, Which one will open hot, cold, steam is according to what you set as a percentage. I cannot tell you. The software he manages it. If you tell him maximum, I want maximum hot, he will open for you the hot water and steam. Okay, if you go lower percentage, then maybe you will ask me, okay, so what's the output temperature? Output temperature, use a thermometer. Because the output temperature, I can tell you if I know what's the line temperature and I know what's the set temperature,
By
set
percentage.
boiler set pressure temperature.
So I could I can get a difference. Let's say I have two locations. Let's say same company. I have one here, which is the water is colder than the other side. So it could be set. Let's say I set here 50% and I got this temperature, and I set here.
One hot, one cold, like one in Kuwait, one in Russia.
Let's say like that. Let's say that's probably like that.
Okay.
So if I set here in Kuwait, let's say I get the 50%, I get this temperature,
Okay.
let's say 75 or 80.
Then,
Then if I use it in other place, let's say in
like where?
Russia, let's say it's a cold
And
water.
what are
right?
you doing in Russia?
Let's go
Are you
Russia.
working in
Let them
Mabruk
fight,
or?
let's say. So even I set in 60%, it will not get the same temperature.
No,
right?
this
Because the input is different.
Okay, for this one, the barista has an access to adjust the temperature. Okay, for some countries, the line temperature make a difference between the winter and the summer.
Yeah.
Here, I don't think it make a difference.
I think it's changed.
But the barista, he has an access not only to technical program, only in barista program, and he can change it. Okay, in case he wants to increase a little bit or decrease, he can decrease the percentage. But the problem, I cannot tell you how many degree. You need to check. Always, you need to put a thermometer. Then you check if you need to increase the percentage or decrease.
I asked because we have some customers, but they have same branch, same company, same machine. And they said, see, I set in my company, my other branch is 50 and here is 60. Why is that? If I
No,
put same 50, the temperature will be the same. So it will not be the same.
It will never be the same because I don't know if the two machines are in the same conditions. Even if you install them in the same day, I don't know. For sure, are two different conditions. The line temperature, the rock temperature make also a difference. The best is to teach the operator how to
Check the
play
temperature
with it and
regularly.
to adjust it. I can move to next. Okay, here for the hot water, how many selections we have? Three selections. Those three selections, I can program different doses.
Yes.
I can program 3 different temperatures. Okay, so this is one of the selling point of this machine, that you can tell to your client from the same hot water nozzle, you can get 3 different temperatures, because the temperature for Moroccan tea is different, for green tea, I don't know, black tea is different. So you can tell him, okay, I can set for you each selection for,
So they can set, let's say, I want this bottle for green tea only, this for black tea.
yes,
Possible, right?
yeah, correct. You can set 3 different temperature. Push button work as a key for the menu also to navigate. So this is we already explained. So you can see here. So this is down. You can see here the arrow, and this is up, and this is the square, which is okay. Then for the other 2 arrows, you will see them here in the top, right and left. In a regular period of time or periodic replacement of the filter and gasket to avoid overfilling. You understand this? We need to replace this filter or to clean it. Sometimes you cannot clean it, you need to replace it. And also this gasket to avoid overfilling.
Why you can avoid?
You know overfilling of what?
Because the exit of the water is less than the inlet of the water.
Yes,
The boiler.
because here there is a balance. When you are taking it can happen with M39. Be careful. M39, sometimes you will find that the boiler, or when you open the steamers, the steam is very watery. Huh?
The one is the overfilling comes from the bulb.
the filling valve.
Yeah, because before it's a continuous filling.
This problem can happen with the M39, with the M100, with the M200s, because we work in this way. At the time we dispense hot water, you take X quantity, we try to replace it with a similar quantity inside. We replace it from here. Okay. If there is something block here, like an accumulation of scale or something, what will happen? That the flow will get affected, that what is coming out is less and then putting more. So after some time, the boiler will overflow. Even it will be full totally with water, or the barista will complain to you that when he's opened the steamer, it's very watery. Then he uses it for some time, then sometime it works, sometime doesn't work, because this one is linked to his usage of the hot water. If he uses the hot water too much, means he introduces a lot of hot water inside the boiler. Then if there is no balance, will cause this problem.
So this is the one might be the reason why it's sometimes off, sometimes cold, sometimes it goes on heat. It will heat up after that for a few hours. It will off. Then it's like cold. When you press the button, it comes cold. Machine cold.
Machine cold. With which machine?
M39.
Old one. Very old one.
Which
More
one?
than 5 years.
With
Yeah.
the
No, new one.
new one, the HD.
No, not the HD. The M39, the new one.
There is no HD in 39.
No HD. M39, the new one.
39.
M39, the new one.
Those are from.
And what is the
Those are
problem?
from, yeah, those are from.
Huh?
What's the problem?
Explain what's the problem.
No, before what we encountered there is overfilling. So we come out.
After and the installation date was like
No,
after
it is recently.
2 years ago.
2 years.
We installed 2 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 years. Okay.
But this issue it comes recently on. So every time they use the steam, the water comes out. And when we change the valve for the filling valve, then it stops.
It's
The
normal.
group valve you
Yeah.
change or
No.
filling valve?
The filling
This-
valve.
So what do you want?
No, just the valve. Just the valve.
So the filling valve was bypassing.
Yeah, bypassing. Then after that, for how many days, it comes the
Again?
issue.
Different issue.
Yeah. The issue was like what I've said. It's heating up. Then in the middle of the operation, stop, and then the machine it goes down
Cold.
to cold.
And the machine is connected as a 3-phase.
Yeah. It's connected in two ways.
No
What is the
power.
error? There is error.
The arrow it's concerning about the water supply and the board.
I don't know, but after 2 years, for sure, it's very normal to replace the filling valve. It's very normal. Yeah, after 2 years, it's very normal. It cannot. The filling valve, I think, if you go to the preventive maintenance, to be replaced in the first year. But after 2 years, it's very normal to replace it. And also this problem that the machine is not heating up fast, it's happened after 2 years.
Yeah. The same machine.
It can be,
In the same machine.
yeah, it's no problem, because also the heating element after 2 years is it can be weak, or maybe one of the heating element is not working. That's why it's operating only with 2 or operating only with 1. Then also you need to check, there is the triac board. The triac board, I will show you in the electrical circuit of the M200, which is the same as the M39, a little bit. The triac board, there is one contact to start one heating element, the RC2. There is another one to start the 2 heating elements. If the one starting the 2 heating elements is not giving correct contact, means you are running the machine only by the one heating element. And for this, you need to check with a multimeter. Yeah, to check the power and the heating element, then you will understand if you are running the machine with the.
Still the problem, Gary?
So far now it works. We're just observing because what
No,
we
if they tell
found
you
out-
during the busy operation the machine goes cold, I think
The
probably
machine goes cold. By the way, there is another one. The machine goes cold and it runs the motor continuously for filling.
It's all important.
it's cold and it ran the motor for filling.
Yeah, it doesn't start. From there, so if it is the filling start, of course the heating start.
No, if the filling start, the heating it's start. It's heating up
Now,
continuously.
this is the situation for that. Once the motor is running, then the heating is not initiating. It's continuous until.
But
it's
how
showing-
you know?
When I remove the sensor,
Which sensor?
the level sensor, just to check. We check it on the body, then stop, and then it goes to heat.
And you are in the test page.
Yeah, from, when you start the unit, so the machine it will initialize. Once it's less, it will repeat. From there, the unit it will continuously running until reaching the level should be. But for this unit, it's continuously filling, and never hit. And then to stop that, I try it. I just remove the sensor. I just put it on the
Continuously
body.
filling, it doesn't
So
start
there is
heating.
water in the boiler, but it's still continuous
Yes.
filling. And it's
Continuous.
reaching to point like it's open the safety valve or
And it will reach like 15 minutes filling, and then it comes the error.
15 minutes is too much. You have something blocked maybe in the
Yeah.
circuit.
But the boiler is full. Because I let the machine.
I will try to explain to you again how you can use the manual command. Because if you go to the testing page,
Yeah.
I can understand everything. I can understand if the heating elements are on or off. I can understand if the level sensor is reading
Straight,
properly, if it's reading correctly or no. So there is a lot of missing things which is difficult for me to analyze what you say. But let us finish this presentation.
Okay.
Then we can discuss different scenarios. So this one is clear that
Yeah.
if also this part is blocked with something, it can cause overfilling in the boiler. Hey, here you are. But we need internet.
Yeah, in the internet.
This is your practice.
تك hotspot.
ماشي مشكلة فيديوس
لا.
هياخد منك كثير عادي.
Open
Oh,
5 minutes break.
sure.
2 minutes. No need. No need.
So guys, we'll take it straight now, no lunch. Huh? Take late lunch? What is
Ah,
it?
for me it's fine. I'm okay. I don't have any problem. Just check with them.
We don't have time.
Yeah, we need to run a little bit.
You just take 5 minutes break. If you want to go toilet, come back. Don't exit this door.
Yes.
You can open.
So let's take a break.
Toilet break.
Don't leave this place.
Tinanggal ko yung sticker.